Let's Get It, where we attack today's local and national hottest sports topics. I'm your host, Randy Dutkin, and let's get after it. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Let's Get It. We have a special NCAA Final Four preview show ready for you, about a half an hour away from tip-off of Villanova and Kansas to get things kicked off. As always, I am joined by Coach Marcus Bullock and Jason Bryce. Coming in on a beautiful Saturday, we're going to get into these games tonight, get into some Sixers talk a little bit. But as always, like to check in with everybody. Coach, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, man. It's a good time of year. It's a good weekend. I love the Final Four. I don't like how they have the championship game on Monday, though.
I always hated that.
But, Saturday's always a good time.
Absolutely. So, I mean, it should be very fun today. Obviously, you got the local team that a lot of people are rooting for in Nova. Jay, how are you doing today?
Yo, I'm doing very well, man. Feeling good. Got some family in town. Celebrating. We were celebrating my son yesterday. Shout out to the whole Devin Still, his whole family, Miss Trisha, and his whole family, his whole team. The Devin Still Strong Foundation. My son was honored, so it was a fabulous time, man. Like at that VIE Philadelphia thing. I mean, it was sensational. I mean, they had shrimps I had never seen before.
You were saying that.
I've never seen these shrimps, man. They're above Colossal. Like, Colossal is like, creme de la creme. I don't know what they are. They're like this.
Were they already peeled, or did they have the tails on?
They had a little. It's still sexy to have the little tail on. It's like like shrimp with a skirt on. You know what I'm saying? So. It was cool though, but it was decent, man. So it was like it reminded my cousin had a wedding, right? And that was like one of the best ones I ever been to. Okay, because they had the smoke, they had the puff, and they come out and they come Mr. and Mrs. They had the shrimp. Dare I say? The shrimp was like this, like just on a stick, on a skewer. You know what I'm saying?
Calling your name.
Word, salmon cakes, coffee. It was crazy. So this event was 2 times that.
Wow.
Open bar, open drinks, everything. It was phenomenal. Band, where some of the waitresses, they sing better than some of your artists today. It was great.
That's awesome.
Anytime you have my father out there dancing, and he's dancing in like James Brown out there, you know what I'm saying? Dropping down and everything, you know what I'm saying? So with a big fro, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you could tell, it was just, everybody had a good time. It was a good family time, always bringing, when you bring, you got different elements. When you bring them all together, sometimes you're like, oh, I don't see how these things mix. But, as long as you got some parsley, everything mixes well, you know what I'm saying? So, but it was a good time, man. Great time. Very fortunate. Very overwhelming. But doing well. Just a long week. The journey starts next week, though. We got to go on that journey starting Wednesday. But other than that, good weather today, though. Surprising, actually. Very shocking. I thought today was going to be rainy and cold, but.
No, that's tomorrow.
That starts tomorrow.
Oh,
the rest of the week.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be, and we got rain all week, like you said, Coach.
Wow.
So.
Wow. Yeah, well, hey, listen, you know what? It's a beautiful day. It's good for Final Four. So we'll see, man. I'm going for Nova. A Philadelphia area team, Is that a Philly team?
I mean, you consider it part of the Big Five.
I think it's a Philly team. A lot of people don't feel that.
I don't know why.
I don't understand why.
I don't know. You guys feel it's that way, though, right? You guys.
Nova to me I have no connection to Nova. Like tonight, like I don't really like Bill Self.
Okay.
I never, for some reason, I never really liked him. So I always root against Kansas, but I'm not really rooting for Nova.
Okay.
So, which people say, oh, well, why not? They're the Philly team, but I never really felt a connection to them.
Really? In such close proximity, and you don't feel connection. It's very interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. Proximity.
No, I'm just saying. Because you have a closest to Michigan. And clearly that's not in close.
That's like Buffalo,
right? But at least there's
a connection. There's a connection from when I was younger. I don't have a connection in them.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So I have a connection from when I was younger that it just stuck with me. Speaking of Michigan, did you see that Kaepernick was out there today? He had a preview show.
No, I didn't.
They did a spring game.
That was today?
That was a spring game, and he threw at halftime.
Oh,
and
wow.
let me tell you, he looked pretty good.
Really?
I saw a few highlights. He can still sling it.
I'm sure.
He can still
I'm sure.
absolutely sling it.
Absolutely.
Listen, if some of these other scrubs get a job, I'm sure he can get a job.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
he threw.
What was it, Ben DiNucci?
Yeah, but
Ben
Danucci has a
Ben-
job.
Ben
Come
DiNucci.
on.
I mean, he threw one on the last play or throw. Probably was a good 60+ yards on a dime.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You
Wow.
know.
Wow. Is this on better than Jalen Hurts?
Yes.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
You don't think Jalen can throw 60 yards?
Not like Colin did today.
Yeah, not with accuracy.
No.
It'd be like a wobbling duck.
Yeah.
It would. It'd be like when you were younger and you were like, remember how Al Bundy used to joke about like,
Oh, yeah, right.
That's kind of
That's
like,
funny.
That's what I think you would. That's what I think you would get.
Okay.
But I mean, you know, it should be a good. It should be a good game tonight. I mean, I think, like I said, you know, you got a lot of people that like they hang on, and it's funny because I feel like with the tournament, like everyone does love the Final Four, but you know, you get so hyped up for those first 2 weekends
Oh, for sure.
with all the games, and then like I feel like okay, it just kind of like the true college basketball fans then you know stay focused. Everyone else kind of
That-
just whittles away.
That first Thursday to Sunday is for the world,
Yes.
and then now it's just for people who like basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, I like Final Four Saturdays. I don't really like the game on Monday. I'll be honest,
I think
because
that's
it's late.
the worst
Because
thing.
it's like
I
9
never
o'clock.
understood why they don't do
Right.
Friday, Sunday. Do Friday, Sunday. Like do the games Friday evening.
Well, because
Well, I think-
but Friday, I think Friday you lose something as
agree.
opposed to Saturday.
And I think Monday it's a prime time. Like Monday, like that's all that's going on a Monday.
Right.
Yeah,
No
and I mean, I
sports,
guess
no nothing.
That's it. It's a
Anybody who wants to watch it will still tune in.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
You know.
Yeah.
But I agree. What time did they start? Like 9:05?
Like 9, right?
Yeah.
So I'm done by.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know.
I mean, but the thing is, you get used to it. You know it's going to be that Monday.
Yeah, but I'm still rooting for Villanova. I definitely just want to show my loyalty for being in the area. You know what I mean? And
I
close.
just don't understand. I don't.
Well, you
proximity.
can root for Nova. I'm
No,
not going to stop you.
What I don't understand is like I hear about all the underdog, and I always root for the underdog in the small school. Like Villanova was always that,
Thank
but
you.
yet people still don't like. If you were to say Villanova, Kansas, North Carolina, Duke,
Who's
like
the underdog?
Villanova
Is the
is like the
underdog. Right.
underdog, like no matter what,
Right.
and people still don't like.
That doesn't make sense to me.
I don't understand it.
And I think at
I
this
just-
point,
I love the way they play, like the way
Thank you.
Jay Wright coaches,
Yes.
the way their team plays, like just the different nuances of basketball. Like
Yeah.
that's how you try to teach your kids how to play. It's how
Yeah.
Villanova plays. So that's why I personally have been drawn to them. But then there's just they are
Close proximity.
45 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand. Now, Coach, were you a Villanova fan before Jay Wright?
I was Kerry Kittles, Alvin Williams,
Okay.
Jason Lawson,
Okay.
Chuck
Okay.
Cornegay.
Cornegay, right.
Yeah,
Right.
that was my team. That was like a team that like whatever it was, whatever the video game was, I forget what game it was. That was
Coach
my,
K.
Is that what it was, Coach
Coach
K?
K, yeah, March Madness.
That was my team.
Okay, all right. So I actually, me too. And I actually go back a little bit. Doug West, Kenny Wilson, Mark Plansky, Ed Pickney.
Yeah.
Those dudes. I've always liked Villanova, and really, it's a stupid reason I like them because I'm in New York watching them, right? But take a guess why I like them. They played at the Spectrum, which is a crazy.
Right.
I
You
mean,
know what I'm saying? This, but that's just a fondness I have for that place. And I didn't even have that proximity, but yet I had that memory, that loyalty.
I'm happy for you. I'm very happy for you. I'm very happy.
All right, that's
You know what
okay.
it is? Like you said, but the thing is, at what point does Villanova not become like the underdog? And I mean, like this is if they win this year, it'll be the third championship in 7 years. Like at some point, I get it in the history, like you have those other schools, but at some point, like Villanova is there and belongs there. It's not like they're the underdog who snuck in.
No, I can completely agree with
Yeah.
you. But if you look at it, if you look at the players they have, they're still the underdog because they don't have the McDonald's All-Americans. They may have one,
Right.
they may have whatever. They don't have the one and done guys.
Right.
They have guys that you're like you don't know about them
Until they get there.
until they
Right.
make a name for themselves.
Right.
Like for example, I'll give you guys a great story. Colin Gillespie, who's point guard, been there, and I think this is his 5th year. He was at the Coliseum here his senior year. At
Really?
Archbishop Wood, he was at the Coliseum playing we had like a little showcase.
Okay.
Chris Santo was with St. Anselm's, a Division II school,
Okay.
recruiting Colin Gillespie.
Wow.
It was between St. Anselm's and Holy Family at the time. Those were
Wow.
the 2 schools he was deciding on.
Wow.
whatever, had one big weekend, had a great weekend somewhere else, blah, 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 blah. Villanova offers him, and that's where we are today. So, like, but like 2-3 weeks before that,
it was
this
just,
kid's playing in the gym, and I'm sitting with Chris, and I'm like, I don't know if you can get this kid. Like, he's going to what? Right. And it was like nobody else had offered him anything. So, like, those are the kind of guys that they get. And I'm sure that's partly what Jay Wright wants. He's, but
yeah, the ones that's under the radar.
But then you have a Jalen Brunson who comes along, but that's also because of
his father,
where the school was, that kind of stuff. So it's just,
Yeah. Was Brunson a top recruit like that? He was up there like that?
Jalen Brunson, I believe, was the number 1 point guard in the country.
Oh, really? Okay.
He was definitely McDonald's All-American. He was the MVP of the Olympic U19 team, whatever it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so he was
he was legit.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, even if they win again, I still don't think they are in the same. Their name doesn't ring like a Duke, because the reason is because of longevity.
Right.
So, what I'm saying? Like, Carolina's been Carolina for a lot of years.
Right.
Villanova has been kind of under the radar schools, is what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I mean, I still think, I don't know. I like them in this game. I do. And maybe because they are the underdog compared to all three of other teams. I don't care about Coach K being done and his going out. I don't want him to go out with a win. I don't want him to go out with a win.
Unless you root for Duke, you don't want him to go out with a win.
Yeah, I don't want. I mean, it's a wrap.
But I think it is wild that this, of all the times, like in all the years, that Duke Carolina rivalry, and this is the first time they're meeting in the NCAA tournament in the Final Four.
I would probably still go for it. You know what? It's funny because I'll probably root for Duke. I like Coach K better than like Roy Williams, though.
Roy's not there.
Oh, right. Oh, he's not there. Right? It's Hubert Davis.
Yeah.
I used to like Hubert. I might root for North Carolina. I used to like Hubert, man. He was a Knick.
What's Nick?
Yeah, I mean, look, I like I said, I think that I don't want to. I mean, I want to see UNC win. I mean, again, within that game, because I just don't want to root for Duke. I want to see Krzyzewski fall short.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to see Duke win at all.
Okay.
But I don't know what would give me more satisfaction as I'm losing now or in the championship.
Yeah, that's true. Like on a buzzer beater.
I guess here's my thing. I think Carolina is the team that can beat them. I don't.
Right.
With Villanova, with Justin Moore being hurt, he's their, probably their second best player. That's going to hurt. That's going to be tough. Yeah. Kansas has really good guards. That's going to hurt them. So I don't know if they can get past. I'm going to root for them. I don't know if they can get past Kansas. But I think Duke can beat Kansas or Villanova. I don't know. I think Carolina's got the best chance to beat them.
Well, I'm rooting. You know what? From now, I'm rooting for them. I've never rooted for a Carolina team. I don't like Carolina. I never liked North Carolina. Never did.
You didn't root for Vince? That team was fun.
Yeah.
That team was fun.
Yeah, it might have been, but nah. Who they play? Were they playing like? Were they in there with Andre Miller? Is that year?
Might have been right in there.
At my time, Miller and where he went to Utah, right?
Miller was at Utah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It might have been right around there. But that team was just, that team was just fun.
Yeah. I you know what? I don't know. I just never did. I didn't, you know what? I didn't like J.R. Reed. I know you mentioned, you know what I'm saying? He's a nice guy and everything.
I'm saying that. I'm trying to get him on the show.
No, okay, I know, man. I know. Wow, that's my second weekend in a row, right? I just wasn't a fan.
Listen, you're about to have the smoke from J.R. Reed.
No. Listen. He could beat me with his eyes closed. Okay, true. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean in the basketball realm. But I'm saying like.
So I just called him out though in the other realm.
No. I'm just saying. I didn't want to say he beat me and everything. Like I'm not a sucker. Like I don't want that. So I'm just like but I just wasn't a fan though. I just wasn't a fan. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean he wasn't good. I just wasn't a fan.
No, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a fan. It's like Montross. He was garbage.
I didn't like Eric. Who liked Eric Martin?
He was just a bully.
That's like liking Cherokee Parks.
Right, exactly.
Who likes them?
But if you tell me Shammond Williams was nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Ed Cota was tough.
Yes.
Cota was tough too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they've had good players, good guards. It's just something about like Dean Smith and, what did he do to Who did he do that to where he ran that 4 quarters?
I don't know who did it. I
But
forget.
you know what I'm talking
I know
about.
who you're
Yeah,
talking
you know what I mean? So I just wasn't that, I was more of a Lou Carter Secker, St. John's, Jimmy Boeheim, you know what I'm saying? Those were my
Yeah.
Patino, I even like Patino because he had Billy Donovan. Billy Donovan's from Rockville Center. You know what I'm saying? He's from Long Island. He's a Long Island boy.
I mean, I would find myself root for Temple when I was younger.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it proximity?
No, because I always enjoyed John Chaney. He was wild.
Yeah.
I enjoyed him as a coach.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
They had that one year, that run.
the one
year.
run with Pepe Sanchez.
No. What run is that? I don't know that
That
run.
was that team.
Did they make a run that year?
That team was supposed to go the farthest.
Yeah.
Really?
When they got
Yeah.
knocked out, was it Sweet 16? I
Sweet
think?
16.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be his first team that got to the Final Four.
Yes.
The Pepe Sanchez team?
Yeah. Because of the way everything matched up.
Oh,
That
okay.
They had the best.
Okay.
I don't think that the Mark Macon
The
team,
Mark Macon
that team was the best
that
team.
Howie Evans, Mark Macon, Tim Perry team.
Yeah.
Right.
That was the best team.
I mean, I just always loved Cheney, and
They would change it.
I
He's
mean,
a good coach.
listen, he was wild.
He's a good coach.
I'll kill you.
Right.
I mean, that's one of
Right.
the best interviews.
Who's that? To Calipari?
Calipari, yeah.
I never liked Calipari.
No, well,
And even when he came to the Nets, he sucked.
yeah, and then he went,
He's a
back.
college guy. He
Yeah.
shouldn't be in the NBA.
Yeah, and he goes to college and he destroys programs and he
Yeah.
leaves. Well, not
I mean, he wins.
he's not as bad. He does, but he's not as bad as Patino.
Yeah.
I liked him at UMass though, because he had Camby at that time.
Well, yeah,
That
well,
was a
that's.
tough team.
I thought we- I thought-
Monroe,
yeah, I thought he was all right.
I think
then.
it was also before he
Edgar Padilla.
Yeah,
he was still building his brand.
his brand. Right. Okay.
So I think he was a little more of a humble coach then.
Were y'all excited when he came to coach the Nets?
I was.
I was not because I don't
Well,
care
as a
who
Sixers
coaches
fan,
in
I
there.
was happy for that they were not going to win.
Okay.
Well, speaking of the Sixers,
He
and
didn't
the
call
NBA,
him out.
Who?
I don't think he called him
I
out.
want to find exactly what he said. Go ahead, Randy. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. I was saying, speaking of the Sixers, because we said we were going to get into a little Sixers talk. I mean, there's been a lot of struggle recently with the Sixers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of issues on the home front. James Harden's been struggling. We had the other night, you had Doc Rivers, where some people think that he called out James Harden.
He didn't.
And some you, like I said, and you have a take on it, and I know, Coach, you have a take on it.
He said,
Go ahead, because I have some James Harden stats I want to pull up to read. But go ahead. So go ahead.
He said they asked him about the bench, that the bench was struggling. He said, I don't really think it was the bench because James was out there the whole time, so he was the one that was shooting. So there's a narrative that the bench is getting, you know what I'm saying? Like the bench wasn't supportive. And he's saying, he struggled. It's just one of them nights.
That's true. He said, this is the quote. Well, the bench didn't struggle. They didn't get a lot of shots in their defense. I think during that stretch, it was more James than them. So, it's just a tough night.
It's a tough night. That's all. That wasn't like a call out. The media is always trying to say, the bench didn't pick you up. So he had to say, well, nah, it wasn't like James is out. I mean, James is out there with the bench, but he's the one shooting, and he just struggled. It just happened.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. I don't think it's a call out. I don't think it's a. I don't think it's a. I don't think it's a. I don't know if he's the point guard of the future. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if he said that.
Right.
But I also don't mind him calling James Harden out. Because he's not playing well.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
He's not.
And he's off and on.
But do you think
Right.
that it's because he's more hurt than he's let on? That hamstring is more of an issue?
So here's what I after the Milwaukee game that they lost, and I'm not gonna say I was okay that they lost because they played well, and then the end of the game, same thing that they do. But Harden was getting by people. He was getting to the rim.
Mm-hmm.
He was engaged. And then I forget who they played the next game.
Toronto.
Was Toronto after that?
Yep.
He just was nowhere to be found.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think he's struggling to figure out how to let Embiid be Embiid and still have an impact on the game.
Right. I think he's never been a second. He hasn't been a second option for a long time.
Right.
And I think that he's struggling with that. I think I've seen even today, like, the ball is double team or the ball gets swung to him, and that's your shot.
Just shoot the ball.
But he's not shooting.
No, I mean today I think he only took 11 shots.
Right. So that is trying to, kind of retrain his mind to say that you're going to be the benefit of the opposite swing.
Right.
And you just shoot.
Now, to his credit with that, I think he's accepted that he's the second guy. Like there's some guys there's some guys who like, oh, I'm not the second guy. I'm not going to play like that.
Right.
He's fine being the second guy.
Right.
He just, like you said, he doesn't know how to do
doesn't know how to do that. So then when he gets it on that opposite swing, then he's like, oh, okay, I got to do my thing now. Now I got to create space, whatever. No, just shoot the
the ball. Yeah.
No, and that's the thing. I mean, but even like today was an efficient game for him. He didn't have a lot of shots, but I think he had a damn near triple double.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen.
But he also got a lot of support. I mean, every starter was in double figures, including Thibault had 14, I think.
It's Thibault's defense. You know what I'm saying? Thibault's defense. In fairness, what we do have to say, where I could tell you I'm starting to tire of Doc, is that either it's a rotational thing, something has you losing leads. Because all those losses, they had the lead.
Well, you hit the nail on the head. It's the rotation that because he pulls everybody, for these extended periods of time, and they let the lead slip away. So it is a rotational thing, but it's a constant rotational thing. Like he's like emptying the bench. So you'll have a rotation where it's like you got the one starter, and the one starter is Maxey, who's not at that point in his career where he can lead a unit. Right. If you're going to have it in, I mean, people may disagree, but you need to have either a Harden or an Embiid on the floor, or if you're going to go to your third option needs to be Tobias on the floor. And then that's where Tobias needs to step up.
Two of those four guys need to be on the court at all times.
At all times.
Right.
And I don't know why that's so difficult. I don't know why. And I would like to say maybe he's just doing that because it's the regular season and it's going to change in the playoffs. But that's what he's always done. Every team he's been on, he's had 5 bench players in the playoffs. Like that's just who he is. So, but our bench just isn't, and it's not even a knock on the bench. Like
it's just not good enough.
They're just not like we don't have a Lou Will or Jamal Crawford who can carry a second unit and just go score.
And I mean, and you kind of are seeing. We keep talking about how important Seth Curry was to this team.
Oh, I mean,
because he was important.
I didn't like the trade. I did say that at first.
Because Seth Curry,
I did swing around. You know what I'm saying? But
you weren't. It's not happening. Like that trade was not going to happen without Seth Curry. Wasn't going to happen.
No. I mean, but this team. Like
are you missing Seth Curry now a little bit?
Of course, Seth Curry's a good player. You're missing Andre Drummond too.
Yeah.
Not as bad as Seth though.
But do you think Seth would have been happy here coming off the bench? No.
You think he's a starter on other teams?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I think
probably on every other team in the league besides the Brooklyn Nets.
But you could have still left him as a starter, and then you could have had like Maxey coming off the bench as an elite sixth.
No,
you can't. The way Maxey's playing right now,
you can't have him come off the bench. He has to start.
You can't change that on him right now.
No,
after he's put in, done what he's done this season, and messed that. I think that would have messed up his whole thing.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts? Because now, like the struggles with the Sixers. I mean, I still think the Sixers right now. I hate to say it, like the more I see them play, like I do think that they might be headed for a second round loss in the playoffs.
Where are we seated at right now?
I think we're in the 4th seed.
3 or 4, yeah. But I mean, everybody's one game away. There's half a game out.
Yeah, I see the second round or the finals. I think that we could we'll be able to. It depends on our matchups. Yeah, I don't want to play Brooklyn.
Right.
I'm okay playing Milwaukee a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to.
I think you underestimate. I think Milwaukee beats us in 6 without a problem.
Well, if you win 6 games, it's a problem. I mean, there's been a struggle. That's a bit of a struggle, somewhat, a little bit. But I actually think that we can beat them. I think we could be. I think the only team that I'm afraid of is Miami and Brooklyn.
The only team I just don't want to play Brooklyn in the first round.
Right.
I don't care who after that first round. If we can play a Chicago or a Toronto or a Cleveland in that first round, I'm good because I think either one or two things are going to happen. Either we're going to be like, oh, okay, like Harden's going to play now. Like Harden's
Right.
here, and now we can beat anybody with Harden.
Right.
We can lose anybody. I'm not saying we're like favorites, but or we're going to be like, all right, it's over. Like this is the team that's coming to play. It's not going to happen. So
Yeah.
I think we just need to stay away from Brooklyn in the first round.
Yeah. Then we'll be okay.
And then I'll play anybody after that. Like you're gonna have to beat two really good teams to get to the thing anyway.
And at least you got momentum. I mean, listen, I'm okay with you working the kinks out, whatever, but Harden has to be aggressive. He has to be aggressive, and he has to know that. Maxey has to be aggressive. Thibault has to. If you ain't impacted on the offensive end, you better be impacted on the defensive end. So as long as that stuff is happening, Danny Green is coming off the bench hitting shots. And that's really it, though.
Well, you need him. You need Niang to be what you thought he would be.
Well, he's being what Mike Scott should have been. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he's playing well, and he's consistently well. The problem is Korkmaz.
Well, yeah. Well, because Furkan is always getting these crunch time minutes and can't hit nothing.
Yeah.
You know what? I know it's maybe funny, and I'm a little skewed today because he had like 9 points in 6 minutes. But whenever Isaiah Joe comes in,
Isaiah could shoot.
he hits shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know you can't be depending on Isaiah Joe in the playoffs, but
He could, but
You got to think about when Isaiah Joe comes in the game.
right. I mean, like I was saying, like today he was in at the end of the game when it was over. I mean,
but it's like every time he shoots, it goes in.
Yeah. I mean, the thing I try to think about is there's a reason he's not playing.
Yeah.
and then everyone's always calling about Paul Reed.
Why? He sucks.
There's a reason Paul Reed.
Yeah, I don't know, but you always hear on the people, oh well, Paul Reed should get some time. He should
Because
get
he's
some run.
like, was he the leading scorer of the D League or something like that?
He's the backup quarterback.
Okay.
Everybody
That's
loves the backup.
That's a
Yeah,
great way
right.
to.
Yeah.
He's got the b-ball Paul, his
I got
Instagram or whatever.
I got
He's
He sucks.
everybody. Yeah,
He
like
sucks.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. You know who? I think our perfect scenario, like right now, is the perfect scenario for me. The Bulls are in fifth place. We're in fourth place. The Bulls are in fifth place.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it.
Then we'd play Miami. I'm okay with.
I'm
that.
okay with that
Yeah.
one too.
I'd rather play Miami than Milwaukee.
Yeah. Yep.
I'd probably rather play Miami than Boston right now.
Right, but I'm not sure if I'd rather play Miami than Cleveland. Where's Cleveland
Well,
at?
Cleveland
at the bottom?
seven.
Okay.
They're 7, yeah.
So we were 2, we would play the 7.
Yeah.
And then from there,
But the problem with getting to 2 is Brooklyn's 8. So they're going to play that 7-8 game to see who the 7th is.
no,
I don't want anything to do with
I want
that.
yeah. I want to stay right where we at.
I want Milwaukee to play Brooklyn in the first round.
Yeah, that'd be a
Because
good
I think
bet.
Milwaukee can.
And I think
Milwaukee will be-
it also goes 7 and it'll beat them up.
Yeah.
Like,
Isn't that ironic? I was having this conversation with my uncle, and my brother, and my son in the car. Isn't that ironic that everybody kept saying, "Oh well, you know what? Listen, Milwaukee wouldn't have won if Kevin Durant was like a half an inch. His toe was a half an inch behind, but yet he had the same shot the other night and missed it." So it just did something for me, like that same shot that everybody says that, oh, you would have won this and that. Well, you had the chance to hit the shot and you missed it. I don't know. I just like to ride Kevin Durant. I'm not really but I like to. I'm not a fan of his, man. I'm just not, and I'm not a fan of his complaining. It's got to stop, man. It's the second time that they did something on purpose and they're going for my ankle and. Man, shut up and play ball.
Listen, the other
man.
night too, I
Play
saw
ball. Play ball.
he
man.
went at a fan the other night.
Ever since he went to Golden State, he's this tough guy.
Oh yeah, listen, this fan was riding him.
Ever since he turned to the bag.
Did you see that?
Right.
No, this fan was riding him the other night. And he turned around and was like, Durant, you need to do this. And he turned around and he said, why don't you shut the fuck up?
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
Oh,
I
really?
was like, whoa.
I didn't like. He said OKC has to retire my jersey. It's the only right, and Golden State needs to too.
Yeah, who calls for their
are
jersey
you?
to be retired though?
What do you mean? He's the best player in the world, supposedly.
Well, he is that.
Would you rather him or Giannis? That was a conversation.
I was gonna just say that because
That was
that's
a conversation from the SUV as well.
Right.
Giannis.
Right now, I'll take Giannis because he's
yeah,
young.
right now because
But I'm saying if you're saying who's the best.
Right. You got to think about it a little bit.
Well, okay, so they went 7 last year with Milwaukee's full team against Kevin Durant by himself.
Oh, Kyrie wasn't out there.
Kyrie wasn't out there. Harden barely played. He couldn't even move.
He was still double though. Harden.
No, not then.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I think
Nah.
KD can score at will.
yeah, Katie. I don't know.
It's just everything about Giannis that I like what he represents. I like his.
Oh, I agree.
Like
Well, because he does everything right. He's a great player.
Yeah.
He's a good teammate.
Yeah, I
He's
agree
a
with all
good
that.
face of the league. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I mean, I just think Durant, he's like, he wants to be this villain. He wants to be this bad guy. And really, he's got underlying issues. It's almost like a Will Smith effect.
He doesn't want to be it. He's trying to embrace it.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to
It's
be.
not me. It's like the tough guy that's like, I'll fight everybody.
Yeah.
Why can't we just be friends?
Right.
Why can't you guys just like
Right. And then
Right.
because when people come at him, like
He's
this fan,
hurt. He's
like
hurt.
that fan comes at him and he's like responds that
Yeah,
way.
he
Like,
can't.
stop. Like, if you're going to be the villain, you got to take on that villain role.
Trae Young's
Yeah.
a great villain.
He is.
Yes.
And he embraces
Yes,
it.
he loves it.
Loves it.
He loves it.
Oh, yeah.
He loves it. And I like him as that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But Durant, he's hurting.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
know why he's hurting? Because he didn't think that everybody would react that way to when he went to Golden State. And those 2 championships that he has out there, they don't mean much. You don't even have him say like, oh, Kevin Durant, he's this phenomenal world champion. They don't mention that too much. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, he still was an MVP.
They talk about him being the MVP, but they don't mention the world champion like that because there was some truth to what Draymond said. We was winning shit before you. We didn't. So that's think about it. It's like, you know what? The worst thing you can ever probably tell your shorty is like, yo, I was good whether I'm with you or not. Which is, I mean, it could be like a confidence thing, right? But it's not a good look.
No.
Because people want to be able to add to you. People want themselves to be an addition to your life and add value. So that's why he had to go, because Draymond, that was the main reason. Because once he sat back and was like, oh, snap. If he feel that way, that means everybody feel that way. And we sitting on the sidelines like, yeah, man, that's why we was clowning you for going. Because why was you going? Like, nah, they was already winning shit.
They were.
Right. So what did you do? Would you make them? You made them. They were already the best. You just made them more better.
And when he went there, I think he thought he was gonna jump on the wave, the Splash Brothers. Everybody loves Golden State. Wow, wow, wow.
Right.
And everybody continued to love Golden State. Everybody loved Steph. Everybody loved Clay, but they
not him.
They didn't love
Right.
him.
Well, because
Yeah,
they were
love
fun.
him.
They were fun, and they were, the fans enjoy, like you said, the fans enjoy him. Kevin Durant has a poor personality.
Right.
Like
in
Curry,
fact,
go ahead.
in fact, I actually would say that I think that people enjoy those Warriors more than the Kevin Durant Warriors.
I think you're right. Actually, I think people embrace.
You know what I'm
them.
saying? I think people embrace them more.
Well, embrace. Okay.
And
Well,
so-
it depends on what people you're talking about.
I think even
the
basketball people.
the casual NBA.
That team with KD was fun to watch. From I'm watching basketball and that ball's moving and like that was fun to watch.
It was already moving.
But instead of swinging to
Harrison Barnes.
you're swinging to KD.
Yeah.
and he was
Okay.
knocking them
The
down.
only thing I didn't like about it, as a Steph Curry fan, was Steph took a step back to let KD do his thing,
Right.
which I didn't.
Right.
But I
Which
understood.
Draymond brought up.
Right.
No, that's what I'm saying. KD couldn't handle not being Steph.
Not being. Yeah, he wanted to be loved.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it took a hit on his whole. I don't think he wins another championship. And I
It's
think,
going to be hard. Yeah.
and see, that's the thing with LeBron. Like LeBron went back. That's what saved his legacy. LeBron going back to
Yes.
Cleveland. If he had just stayed and rocked out, and it was Miami, he would not have been beloved like he is now. He went back and saved his legacy. Now, if KD goes back to OKC, maybe, or if he goes, matter of fact, no, I'm sorry. If KD wins one in Brooklyn, that one in Brooklyn will mean more than the 2 in Golden State.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, going to LeBron, do you think that his legacy, I know it's hard to say, is being tarnished right now?
Absolutely not. No,
Okay.
no, not at all. I mean,
No.
you 38 averaging 38 sometimes. I mean, no, come on.
Yeah, he's
No, you're doing things that
If
you're
he-
not supposed to do.
if he wasn't playing as well as he did, then maybe.
Right.
But and it's so obvious the things that are happening. It's not like, why can't the Lakers win? Why can't we? Well, Lakers can't win because AD doesn't play
Right.
and Westbrook isn't what they thought he was
Yeah.
going to be.
You
Right.
can't say Westbrook no more because
I didn't.
No, I know you
I
didn't
would
say that.
never
No.
say that.
Yeah, you can't say that. I would never
I
say that
wouldn't
either.
say that.
The other dude says it, but I don't say it.
I think he'll fight you like right there.
No, for real. Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
He will. He had this guy that was on Facebook. I don't know his name though, but he just said, "Come on, Westbrook." It's funny, yo. But no, I think what you're seeing here is a lot different than, let's say, Iverson, when Iverson was still playing at, let's say, 35.
Yeah.
Like clearly something was missing. Speak of that, think about that. When Iverson came back to the Sixers, right?
Yeah.
Everybody was a little hype. I was hype. He's coming back.
Genius marketing move.
Genius, right? No, that wasn't the process though, because that was
No, it was before.
Doug Collins,
before, yeah.
right? But was that he clearly had lost his step?
Yeah.
For sure.
He was not the same player. But LeBron hasn't. So what is the difference? You think it's just more?
Well, it's conditioning and physical. Just
Well, I also think LeBron right now isn't worried about winning a championship.
Okay.
He's worried. I think LeBron's number one goal, because they're not good,
Mhm.
is I have to pass Kareem.
Okay.
So that's the way. And if you watch them play, it's tough to watch them play.
Mhm.
LeBron's just out there trying to get
He's
buckets.
trying to get buckets, right? I got you.
He's not worried about to score. He's not worried
Right.
about none of that. He
Right.
ain't playing no defense.
Right.
His man goes and gets a layup. He's looking around like,
Right.
so he's still putting up the numbers, but it's a different kind of numbers.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
yeah.
But I can't, like I said, I can't mad at him because even when they were in the mix trying to figure it out, he was still playing well.
He's still balling. You know
But
what I'm
now
saying?
he's just like, I'm just going to go.
Do you think that he ends up leaving LA and if Bronny comes into the league?
No.
I mean, maybe if that's the situation where he can go play with his son, I think that's the only reason he would leave.
Okay.
I don't think he can leave. I don't think he can go anywhere else right now. Like,
You know, the sad thing is I was listening to is it which one got the glasses? That's Wojnarowski?
Woj has the glasses. Yeah.
Right. So who's the big one? Who's the big boy?
Oh, I know who you mean. I forget his name. I know,
ESPN.
he's another big name.
Zach Lowe?
No, I know. I know. Who,
Big boy meaning big like
Oh, Windhorse.
yes, Brian Windhorst.
Yeah.
Windhorse, right? He was giving his critique on Lil Bronny. He's like, he's all right. He's just okay. You know, he's just not what his father was.
Right. Just
So-
possible.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
So he's like a second round.
And that's what I like. Everybody, oh, well, he's only got to wait 2 more years. And I'm like,
Second rounder.
If that,
I don't know if he's not a one and done kind of guy.
No, he's not.
like he's gonna have to.
Like he's really good,
He's
and he's going to be a very good college player.
right.
But he's not like
He's not.
you got to
like-
go get him.
No, he's not a star.
And if his name wasn't, Bronny, I don't think
yeah, he'd
he
probably
would
just be just
just
average.
be another,
Another
good
name.
prospect.
Yeah, another name.
Yeah, like he's good. He's a very good high school
Yeah.
basketball player, but he's not. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not. And he'll LeBron will find a way to make it work because he's.
Oh, he's genius like that. You know what I'm saying? Very smart businessman.
Oh, yeah.
And everything. I like LeBron. Like I respect LeBron more than when I look at like the the leader of the league or somebody that is kind of they're just like responsible and stuff. I think of LeBron. I don't think of Kevin Durant.
for
I
sure.
think of
Well, that's
Kevin
'cause-
Durant as like the kid. He's got talent, but you know what? Something's wrong with him. Something's wrong.
Well, it's
inside.
it's interesting. What I remember, like speaking on that, is when the bubble thing, when all that was happening, and like there was a bunch of players who stepped out and said, they said, "All right, what are you thinking about all this?" And they said, "Well, listen, man, whatever Bron does, that's what we're doing." Like that's what they said. Like
Right.
so, when there's not many players in any league that you would have
Right.
players come out and say that about. Like
Right.
even a guy like Pat Beverly, who doesn't, doesn't show his respect for anybody. You know, he respects the people, but he doesn't show it. He said, "Man, if Bron's going in the bubble, I'm going. Like whatever Bron does, I'm down.
Right.
You know, if he can do it, I'm doing it."
Right.
Yeah,
So
no,
he's still like the leader of
Yeah,
it.
he is. And then on top of that, too, just like you said, I mean, everything that he does outside of the basketball court is what makes LeBron LeBron.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know, so that's why I've always like had respect for him.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to go back though to the James Harden conversation with the Sixers. So would you give him his extension? Like, if you had to do it today, would you give him his extension?
Well, you're in the same position that Howie has found himself in several times.
Kansas is up 11-2. Just to
Oh my
Oh
God.
boy.
early. Just so go ahead.
Howie, you know Howie Roseman.
I do know Howie
You
Roseman.
know what I'm saying? You know, unfortunately, he had to give Carson that money, right? So it's probably the same thing.
How he ties Carson in every show is a skill level.
It's definitely a skill. Yeah, I mean, I think you give it to him. I think
Gotta have it.
I think you give it to him, and I don't even say like because you have to. I think you give it to him, but I think the if the rumor is correct that he didn't sign anything yet, so that they could figure out what to give him, so they could go get somebody else also. That's pretty strong.
And we mean and on both sides,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, like
even Harden, him.
That's
even
what
him,
I'm even giving him more credit for that.
Yeah.
If he's sitting back saying, "Listen, no, I'm not going to sign now."
I thought we talked about this.
Oh my goodness.
Yo,
I can't even clear my throat anymore.
Yeah, you do it in my direction, right?
So I
There's
think
been a couple of times you've been sniffling and snooping in front of me too, but you know, as you on your home turf, I'm not gonna, you know. Go ahead.
so. Like if I'm sure, and you know, with how close Morey and Harden are,
Yeah.
everybody said, "Oh, he didn't fill out his paperwork on time." Like that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't happen. So there's definitely a plan in place, and I think I mean, you have to keep Harden, not because you traded for him all that. Like he's a good player.
He is very good. Yeah, he is very good. And especially if they find a way to get, you know, but now, like I said, you have so much money tied up in Tobias and Joel and James.
Tobias is gone.
You know, but that's what I
He's
think.
going?
I think Tobias.
I think that's the move.
I think that's the move. Whatever the cap that James doesn't get, plus Tobias's money wherever he gets, because there's no free agents anymore. That doesn't happen.
Right.
Right. Everybody signs their deal and then demands a trade.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's where I think you're gonna get somebody.
But who are you getting to replace Tobias?
I have no idea.
All right. Tobias is a pretty good option. If Tobias
Well,
could
if
play,
you get to Tobias, like, and that's the frustrating thing about Tobias. You get the Tobias that came out today and was.
Tobias has been playing well recently.
I'm saying, but
He's been playing well recently.
But again, his determining factor is going to be which Tobias shows up in the playoffs.
Sure.
You know, but like today, you got the Tobias that showed up and was on fire. Hit 5 threes, 23 points.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's a Tobias you need. He needs to be your number 3, not Tyrese Maxey. As much as it's nice to see the young guy come through, you need to get the production from the guy you're paying, and then have a 4th guy, which is Maxey.
Yeah, I actually think the Sixers' problems are the bench.
Well, that's it. That's the issue.
I like the starters. I like the starting lineup. The problem's the bench. Do you have too much drop off? When it comes.
But like Coach said, Doc has to find a way to rotate it that at all times you have 2 of the big 4 in. Whether it is Maxey and Harden, or if it's, you know,
and the
Embiid and Harris, whatever it may be.
Players just have to step up too. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and like guys like Danny Green got to step up.
Yeah.
You know.
I expect him to do what he does, man. You know, we'll see, man. We'll see. Listen, I'm going to root for them. Listen, I'm going to give you a shout out. Shout out Chelsea Herman.
Is there an update?
There is an update.
Oh, let's hear it.
I don't even know if I want to hear this.
No, listen.
Well, our viewers probably have been following the story closely.
Listen, so Chelsea never responded to my email. Oh my gosh. She never responded to my email. So I sent another email. And then I started bolding stuff. And then I started playing like what's my man and Esquire. Yes, please see Exhibit A email
as per my previous
dated XYZ. Please see Exhibit.
So you did the professional cursing.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I started tagging more people.
Oh.
Yeah. And these were 76er people. Somebody's named Shapiro, Dave, you know what I'm saying? I started tagging people. Within 2 hours, Chelsea calls me. And she says, hello, hey, Jason. How you doing? It's Chelsea.
Oh, just first name
Something.
basis.
Hey, it's Jason. It's Chelsea. Hi, how are you? Good afternoon, Miss Herman. How are you? Just like that. Just
This is
monotone.
Mr. Bryce. Thank you for
You know what I'm
asking.
saying? Yeah, I got your email. This, that, blah, blah. Yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to comp you 30 tickets. I said, okay, thank you. For this game, I said, I'll let you know. We got to see if we can get a bus or whatever. But really, that was all I wanted.
And
I think we could have had it. We could have handled that.
internally between the two of you.
We could have handled that
Yes.
like 3 weeks ago, right?
Right.
We could have, but you wanted. She would have never gotten back to me had I not added some more people.
Yep.
And now started breaking down because
The
before.
timeline?
Oh yeah, but I wrote 5 pages. I had 5 pages of like story form. You know what I'm saying? Quotations and everything. Like he said, blah, blah, blah. I responded, blah, blah, blah. She then replied. You know what I'm saying? Like I wrote it out. But with this one, I said, the first email was like, hey, listen, just trying to get some follow-up. Let me know. The second one was, okay, now this is a follow-up to the follow-up.
Right.
Now, let me just briefly explain now. You know what I'm saying? Because you just ignored me. So now I wasn't ignored, man. So I give it to her. But the only thing I
No,
would
you
say,
can't give it. No. That's still a loss for her.
you're absolutely right.
You
That's a
don't
big
give
loss.
it to her.
But let me just say this. Let me tell
She
you
lost sorry. She lost twice because she lost the tickets and you're not going back to her.
hell no.
So she lost
And
twice.
on top of that,
You're right about that.
if she responded that quickly, it means somebody else called and said, "What the hell's going on?"
So she
Right.
probably lost 3 times.
3 times.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. Because even when she was about to do it, right, this is what she couldn't help herself. She said, yeah, so I got your email and, you know, what we're going to do is, like she couldn't
Couldn't say it.
she couldn't say it, man. It burned her. It burned the shit out of her, yo.
Well, I'm glad that was made correct.
I'm glad for my kids, man.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
all. I'm just glad for my kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, we got to advocate, man. Like, hear our voices. And clearly, I'm telling you, it was the Exhibit B said, it was the Exhibit B email. I'm serious, man.
Can you forward me this email?
I promise I will.
I was gonna say, I feel like
I started to do it. I started to let y'all know, like, yo, listen, she's fucking with me.
I was
And
gonna
you
say,
play it.
it sounds like
Don't
an
play with
entertaining
me.
email
You know
to
what I'm
read.
saying? Now, my mom's taught me that, like, yo, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they start coming at you, yo, get them fingertips to writing, show your skill. You know what I'm saying? And straight up, like, it was the Exhibit B email dated March 4th, where I responded March 7th.
I feel like I'm watching SVU over here.
March 4th. Hey, Jason. Great. Glad you guys want to go to the game. How many seats do you need?
Seats, correct. Not how many tickets.
That's it.
And did you bold seats?
No, didn't have to. Because I said, please see Exhibit B for when Chelsea asked me how many seats I wanted. March 7th, I replied, I'd like to buy 30 tickets. When did you ever tell me?
Right.
But you didn't say you wanted to buy 30 seats.
Because she already asked me how many.
I'm just saying, you
No.
know,
No. No. She couldn't even.
the defense, Your Honor.
No, she couldn't even argue that. She couldn't even argue that. Where she lost the battle, honestly, is when she said to me, no, I know I told you. I know I told you. Because see, I've been burnt like that, and I've been burnt like that in the past. You lost the argument. You have a history of misrepresenting yourself, do you? Oh, okay. Thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? She lost though. So, but hey, listen. You know what? I'm glad my kids got their tickets. So
Absolutely.
you know,
So
I'm gonna shout them out too. Shout out to the kids at Punchbowl. They're getting their tickets, man. You know what I'm saying?
Can't talk during that
You
shit.
go and get your own room.
Yeah.
What?
You can't talk during the class.
Oh, sure enough. Damn. Ladies and gentlemen, I just had a growth moment.
There you go.
Man, I just grew. Thank you.
You're right, though. They are struggling. Like I said, they're down, going back with Nova. They're down 19-8 right now.
This game, but come on, coach.
But
come
listen,
on,
it's
coach.
NCAA tournament.
No. Basketball is what?
A game of runs.
Game of runs.
Yes.
That's it. Game
I
of
just don't like how they don't have their guy, Justin Moore. I just
That's
don't-
tough.
That's
No,
what I don't
That
like.
was a tough thing.
Yeah.
And that's
You know what
why,
I
and that's
never
why
liked-
they're struggling.
Now,
with.
let me ask you this, Coach. This might be a good question.
Only 2 people have scored for Kansas.
This might be a good question for you. Oh, 19-11. That three's big right there. Let me ask you this as a player. Now they hold the tournament. Was it? There's New Orleans, so it's in the Superdome, I believe. And they have and I brought this up before, the raised courts. Does it impact that much the shooting? Like because of the backdrop and like the way the court is?
So I've never played on a raised court.
Mhm.
I've never, played on that. But I've played in a big arena, like from a small gym to big arenas and it's definitely different.
Okay.
It's definitely different. Like I always shot better in open arenas
Okay.
as opposed to, like smaller field houses or gyms. I have no idea why, but
What's the big game? I mean, you what, did 20 at halftime? Did you score 20 in the Garden?
not at the Garden.
I wasn't at the Garden.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yo, listen, you was getting busy. You know what I'm saying?
It was
Please.
at the something with an S, whatever. Sorry,
What's
whatever
that?
their thing is at UConn. But yeah, like so, I don't know.
Oh,
it's
okay.
definitely
ESPN.
Oh, right.
something with whatever it's called.
Stores.
Stores, but the gym
Paulie? Was it Paulie?
is it Paulie Pavilion?
Paulie Pavilion.
Okay, yeah.
Is that in Connecticut?
Or would you play at the Civic Center?
Hmm?
The Connecticut, that's where you used to play.
No, that's where Hartford was.
They used to play there, though. Connecticut used to
I don't
play.
know. I forget where that
Okay.
game was. Anyway, but yeah, it's definitely a difference. And
Okay.
I think they get, they have 2 or 3 practice days. They have a shoot around before. Like that's
Okay.
like once you do that, you're fine. You just
Okay.
got to get in there and shoot it.
Do your thing.
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah.
Hey, listen, man. Listen. At the end of the day, you know what? I just think that Villanova, they're missing their guy, so they got to figure out how to play without him.
Right.
So once they figure that out, they're going to make their run. They will make their run. It's not going to be a blowout. I thought that last game by St. Peter's was a blowout.
That was a blowout.
That was a blowout. That was like, this run has come to an end.
Yeah.
Shout out to all St. Peter's. It was a great run.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
Jersey team, you know what I'm saying? But didn't realize how many people went to St. Peter's too. You saw a lot of
people.
peacocks out there.
A lot of
out
people.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But, shout out to Shaheen, Holloway. It was a great run. You know what I'm saying? It was a
Not
great
even
run.
now with him going to Seton Hall.
I love it.
I
I just don't know how, hopefully he's successful, but I love it. He played there. So
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great story.
yeah, it's a great story.
So-
He was a good guard. He was a tough guard.
Yeah, shout out once again. Was it the 28th? We're going to have Coach Whalen on.
Oh,
from
right.
St.
Okay.
Peter's?
Yeah, absolutely. From
24th? 24th.
24th. Okay. Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
Yeah, so that'll be cool. And his shout out to Coach Joe, who's a big supporter. Coach Joe was named Coach of the Year in
All
the
right.
conference. Yeah,
All right. Good
and
stuff.
so he told me he's probably, depending on how he's feeling, he's going to try to join his son on the show
yes.
that day.
Okay, good.
So,
good stuff. Good
yeah.
stuff. Good stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's been an interesting week. I mean, listen, it's been some sports stuff, but really, I mean, everything has been talking about the slap of heard around the world. I mean, that's been the thing.
So what was your initial thoughts? What was your like when you first saw it? Did you think it was real?
When I first saw it, I didn't
No,
think it was.
I didn't think it was.
Right, me neither.
Until he said, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth." That's when I said, "Oh, he's not playing."
I didn't realize. Even when he said that, I was
Yeah,
like, But then when Chris Rock looked around, like, am I supposed to keep going? What do I do?
Right.
I was like, oh, this, because it was like everything stops.
Right.
I'm like, this is legit.
It's legit.
But then, I mean, people clowning Will Smith like, oh, well, you want to keep his name out of your mouth, but
Well, yeah,
Yeah. My thing is, I just wish that Will had did this in August.
oh yes,
You don't get it.
I get it. I
oh,
get it.
yes,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Get
no,
it.
That's my
I get
whole
it.
thing.
I know, I understand
But-
exactly what you're saying.
Like,
But
so yeah, let's just go through this real quick. I mean, listen. I'm sure you guys listen. I know we talked about it at my job.
yeah, for sure.
So you talked about it at your job. You talk about you working from home. So you You ain't talking about it, Joe.
No, I mean, you know.
But what's your take on it? I'm just curious. Who you siding with?
So the fact that supposedly Chris Rock didn't know that Jada had the alopecia issue, which I believe. I think for Will Smith to do that was like, especially he laughed at the joke.
Right.
Will Smith laughed at the joke. Then saw Jada's face. Then decided to get up and do that.
Right.
Yes.
So I get it. You have to stand up, but I was like, I think there's a better way to handle it than that.
Yes. Yes. You could say, you know what, I can't wait till the commercial comes, because I'm telling you right now, as soon as you step off the stage,
Right.
dude, I'm meeting you there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
What did Will Smith gain by doing that?
Yeah, or post show, like, listen,
Right,
you
something.
got to talk.
Something.
Yeah.
He didn't gain anything
No.
by doing
Right.
that
And I know
from
Jim,
anybody.
And what he could have, like, because sometimes you don't know, right? So, you know, like, you know, okay, hey, listen, you know what? Yo, I don't know if you know this, but yo, this is like a real situation. Like, this wasn't a choice of hers to do this situation. Like, this is what she's struggling with. Just to provide some context to the
Right.
situation. I think that's the better way
For sure.
to defend your wifey. But I think he was summoned.
I agree.
Yes.
There's no doubt.
yeah,
There's no doubt.
I think he was summoned, and
you need to go do something about that right now.
yeah,
Yeah, she gave him the
give him
eyes
the eye.
and the
Go handle that. Yeah.
you're not gonna do.
Right now, if
You
I
want, you want me to call
August, right? Because when I was with, right, because when I
I
was
do
with
enjoy some summer.
Because when I was right, that's funny. Because when I was with August, this wasn't no
This
problem.
is not a problem, right?
It's not a problem. You're not representing me. You know, all those different things. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad for Will Smith though. I really do, because I think that when I looked at him, I said, you know, because he walked away like a very confident man. Like, yeah, I just handle my business.
Right.
But
You know
who
what I'm saying?
slaps him?
Well, he couldn't punch him.
I didn't
because he
couldn't
beat
punch him,
Jay.
right?
He pimp slapped
When
him.
you
I mean,
slap
he
him,
did.
that's almost
That's
more,
more disrespectful, I guess. You're right.
Disrespect. Yeah, hell yeah.
You know,
Slap
and
him.
he didn't want to do it.
Right.
He didn't want to do it.
Right.
Like you
just
said,
did it.
he was summoned. He had no choice.
No choice. That's it. That's it. He has it's gonna make you laugh. He has made a decision.
We all have to make decisions.
We all have to make a decision. He has made a decision that, yo, listen, you know what? I'm just gonna deal. And that's what it is. Like, because D.L. Hewley, I love D.L. Hewley. People don't like him. I think he's hilarious.
I do
Okay. But what he said, listen, at some point, you're gonna have to stop putting me out there. Like, you keep putting me out there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like Red Table. Nah, he's like, F a Red Table. We're gonna sit down and talk at this kitchen table.
Right. That was insane. Like, why
Why we keep going to this
why
Red
we gotta keep
Table?
doing that?
We gotta keep talking about how, and I'm looking like a suck. He's like, it had, and listen, this is what she said too. And my brother brought it up, but I had actually watched it, you know, just recently. Think about your wife that you've been with. Okay, how long are they together? 20-something years?
Yeah.
And she says, it had been so long since I felt good. Think about what that does to a man.
Mhm.
You're right.
Okay, because like, you know, when you married and you doing, that's on another level. Okay, even when you got a girlfriend or whatever, or a little wifey piece, that stuff is on another level. So y'all together, you giving your all, you busting your ass, you paying bills, you providing a covering, because that's what a husband's supposed to do, provide a covering for his wife. You're providing all that, and she says, it had been so long. She broke him right there.
Right.
And the minute she broke him was this. Bad marriage for life.
Yeah.
That's when it was like, yo, you're broke. You've been broken.
Mhm.
You've been emasculated, as they say. It's sad. I feel sad for Will Smith. I feel sad for him. So, you know, prayers to him. I don't like the fact that I never will say it's okay to make fun of somebody. That's what comedians
That's
do.
what comedians
Yeah.
That's what comedians do. So those because there are people that, you know what I'm saying, that suffer through this alopecia, and that stuff is very personal to them, and it's not something to play with.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't think you should make fun of anybody. But if I give context to it, people make fun of Ray Charles. People make fun of Stevie Wonder.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? People make fun of Michael Jackson, Elton John. You even have people making fun of R. Kelly for years. Talking about, I piss on you. Peeing on stuff. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm serious.
No,
though.
you're right.
So like, we can't like, you know, I often say to people, listen, you know what? Because you have some people say, oh, you know what? No, that's not right. That's a sin. Oh my God, judging. Like, there's no sin chart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no sin charts.
Yeah.
There's no joke charts either. You can't say, oh, okay, you know what? You can't say that, but you could say this. Well, wait a minute, because one could make an argument that if we were having a choice to pick out the disabilities, of course, I don't want any.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But of course, if God says that this is what I'm supposed to have, but if I had a choice in one, give me that one.
Right.
Because that other one,
That
that one's a little tougher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's no charts. So I don't think you should make fun of anybody, period. Anybody's disability. But it's become normal to make fun of Stevie Wonder and them.
Yeah.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying? It's become normal. That's become normalized.
Oh, yeah.
Elton John, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So, you know, I don't think it called for Will to do that. I think that made his wife feel bad, sure. But I'm sure they make fun of Willow. They make fun of August and Jada. That stuff gotta feel bad too. How come you don't react like that? That's what I'm saying. I think this was the cherry on top. Will said I had enough. I had enough being played. So it's sad though, man. But you know, definitely prayers to them, even if they're still, you know, battling that prayers to everybody. Like that's something tough to deal with. So I just don't think that, and I didn't like Will's response, like, you know, I'm doing what I gotta do, like King Richard protecting my family. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't like that either. That's a way on words
And I mean, you know,
playing on situations.
on top of that, you know, in a night that was supposed to be like a pinnacle of his career,
Right.
and then is, you know, overshadowed by that.
Well, he resigned, I heard.
He resigned from the academy, which I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, that means that they won't get a chance to kick him out.
Right.
And-
But what does that even mean if you're not in the academy? You just can't win the award? Like,
I don't know.
You're still making movies.
Can you still make movies?
Yeah, you can't. The Screen Actors Guild is what you have to be involved with to actually
Make
act.
a movie.
That's good knowledge.
Okay.
Something like that. But like, I think what I read was that if you're not a part of the academy, it's like you just don't get certain privileges about, you know.
Okay.
Well,
But will they take his Oscar back?
That's what they're trying to figure. That's what we don't know yet.
That's probably why he resigned, so they wouldn't take it back.
correct.
Right.
So, well, it's getting kind of ugly right now for Nova.
What score?
36-18.
It's 18-point lead.
Yeah, but you know, like I said, you go into right now. If you're the coach, what do you say? You just cut it to 10 going into the half.
Yeah. Try to get it to 10 by halftime.
Yep, try to get into 10. Well, listen. With that said, I know we wanted to just get a good Final Four preview show in here, so let's wrap into our final thoughts for the night. So we'll all watch this second half, then watch some Duke UNC later on.
Absolutely.
So, about yourself, Jay. What are your final thoughts?
Just hoping to finish out the weekend, spending some time with family. Just feeling good, man. Tomorrow the rain comes, so we're back to some terrible weather. But just hoping that North Carolina wins tonight. When the Sixers play again Monday.
No, tomorrow night. They're in Cleveland tomorrow.
Cleveland.
Okay, so hoping that the Sixers get that game. You all right?
I'm
Okay,
good.
all right,
I'm
make
well.
sure.
Yes.
No, listen, just hoping for a good week, though, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Shout out to my son. He's got to have, get some situations done this week. So, definitely, we're going to be going through it again.
Mhm.
So, but just looking forward to, a good week.
Absolutely. But you know what, though, with the rain, though, it's going to force me to do stuff around the house that I've been putting off. So I'm okay with it.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
what about you, Coach?
I never followed the weather until my daughter got into softball.
Oh, now you're looking
Now
days
I'm
out.
like
Oh.
I'm like, damn, she's supposed to have practice tomorrow. Tuesday, rain. Thursday,
Okay.
rain. Like, and I'm, Anyway, no, just the same thing. Looking for a good week. Looking forward to watching these games tonight. This game tonight, second half of Villanova, when they can come back.
Mm-hmm.
My son starts AAU tomorrow.
All
It's
right.
crazy time. We got to go down to Delaware at 9:20 and then 6:40. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, you were saying that. That's rough.
That's insane.
You in Wilmington?
Wilmington, yeah, at the Sixers field house.
Oh wow, it's dope. Okay.
Yeah. So, see how that goes. And then just a good week, man. Hoping it doesn't rain as much as it's supposed to.
Yeah, I agree because we got some games scheduled too, so I'm hoping we don't get the rain out.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of, your daughter can hit, man.
yes,
My gosh. Yo, listen, I told your wife, I said, yo, I'm sitting in the car because it's raining and I forgot my seat. I forgot in softball, you got to have a seat,
yeah, you got to bring.
right? You got to bring some stuff.
Yeah, you got to.
I'm coming from work, barely getting to the field. I'm just like, yo, listen, I'm going to park right here and I'm going to sit and watch the game. And I had the window down because it was like raining, but it was muggy, whatever. And all I keep hearing is bap, bap, bap. Now, they're on Jalen, because Jalen played first, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're on defense, right? So I said I was talking on the phone, I said, my God. I said, it just sounds like a bunch of Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. That's all I keep hearing. Bam, 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 bam. They just getting it. But the one time that we had like a good little inning, your daughter crushed this ball. Oh my God. It wasn't like a home run, it was like a triple.
Yeah, she got.
But I think if it was the fence was there,
She said if there was a fence, she would.
yo, I think was smoke, man. Like, yo, she could hit, man. You know what I mean?
Thank
Yeah, man. So yeah, I look forward to getting my little chair out there, watching them play. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna sit in the car for a little bit though. Sit in the car.
You got it. Bring yourself a little fold-out chair.
Yeah.
And a little cooler.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to all the bus drivers. Please come back to work.
For sure.
Like, I don't understand. Why did they stop? Everybody's back.
No, listen.
So what? They just chose a new career?
I don't know why, but
Or was there a shortage before the pandemic? That's what I'm saying. Is it still a shortage?
There's a major shortage. There's a
Of what?
major-
Drivers?
Yep.
Well,
And they're-
so what jobs are they in?
I think people just aren't working.
They're not working exactly. I mean,
Why?
there's issues with like getting buses for our squad,
Right.
like because there's no drivers available. I mean, it's bad.
Where did the drivers go?
They just didn't come back.
If you there's no business you could go into right now that doesn't say we're hiring. There's
Right.
not one.
You're
That's
right.
what I'm saying. Like, I don't
know where everybody's at.
Because like you said, because a lot of things too was during the pandemic, a lot of people were like, I'm going to try to find my own source of income. And they started their own business or they started
That's
chasing different dreams,
That's
whatever it
fair.
may be.
That's
and
fair.
a lot of these people, went and they found new careers and new sources of income. And,
Because they had to.
Yeah.
That makes
you know,
sense.
and
That's fair.
and there's a lot of work from home jobs now that are paying good money.
That's fair.
So,
That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. I listen, yeah, shout out to, please come back to work, man, because traveling to taking the kids to the bus, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the bus, you know what I'm saying now. And there's no, the school district ain't getting no money back from the transportation that they get because they get funding.
Right.
But I won't go there.
Right.
I gotta be mindful.
you gotta be
Yes, you have to be mindful.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I'm just saying though, because that's what I was thinking about. I mean, because at the same time, it's like, I represent something, but I'm also, what I represent the most is a parent. And I'm thinking like, yo, I gotta leave my job early to make sure XYZ. And then you are protecting yourself when you're making me sign all these releases
Right.
that I never have to sign if she takes the bus.
Right.
But
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's just where I'm. It's just all right, but it's all good. I understand. We're a good community, so we'll continue to persevere and push. You know what I'm saying? It's just the Medford games is what. It's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? It's like a 30-minute ride. So,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but anyway, yeah. Look forward to a good week, though, bro.
Absolutely.
What about you, man? You what you straightening up tomorrow? You say you got some projects you working on?
Oh, I mean, I got laundry, and I got to attack these 2 closets that have needed to be reorganized for a long time.
Okay.
So I got a walk-in closet that is a lot of wasted space. So I got to do something about that.
Wow.
So
it's good that you've come to that understanding.
Well, I mean, I knew it. I mean, I don't like an organization. You know.
Did you come to that understanding on your own, or did you yeah, I didn't think so. I think there's been some persuasion.
Well, listen, before I didn't have to worry so much about how anybody else felt.
Right.
I could just put my stuff in there. It didn't matter.
Right.
You know, now.
Right.
You know.
Listen, shout out to your girl too, man. That was great stuff with the Lucy program.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh,
Great
absolutely,
stuff.
man.
Great
Thank
stuff,
you.
man.
Thank you.
Great stuff. Let's shout her out. Nobody talked.
It gets quiet. It's gonna get quiet now for a couple of shows.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that. I mean, she definitely she like I said, she's coming down the wire with all her stuff. So I know she's got about 1 more month of classes remaining, and then she'll be graduating on May 16th.
That's so.
So with the master's degree. So
okay, you got something special.
What was that?
You got something special.
Oh
planned.
yeah, absolutely. Of course. Hey, they call me out here. So, but no, I mean we do. Shout out to her and all those kids.
We got the red.
I mean, it's amazing. It's an amazing program, though. The Lucy program.
No, it is.
It's an amazing program.
Yeah.
They just like all the kids that can come there from the Camden area, and I mean, they got the food for them, the activities for them every day of the week, Monday through Sunday. They're like, if the kids just want to come, they can come.
They're good to go.
And that's it. I mean, it was fantastic.
Good
so, and like I said, hoping to get the season going. We're supposed to go Friday. Unfortunately, I had some unfortunate interruptions. So we're hoping that Monday we'll get to play, and we got Paul VI on Monday, and hope for the best. So
good luck, Coach.
Appreciate
good luck,
it,
man. For real.
Appreciate it. So,
I'm trying to get out to the game this year, man.
Well, I'll let you know which one to come to.
No, it's not how that works.
Oh well. No, I was gonna say.
No, that Monday one, you're playing Paul VI?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, we are at home?
Yeah, at home.
Okay. You ever play Cherry Hill?
No. But we do play in Collingswood on Saturday.
You gonna play Easton?
No.
Damn. Definitely?
No.
Who the hell?
It's a different conference. We're Olympic conference.
Well, Easton's an Olympic conference, but you don't play them.
No, not for baseball. We got Eustis, West, Seneca, Paul VI.
You got West.
Okay, West, yeah. So,
there you go.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
West.
When you said Cherry, I thought you meant East.
Well, East and West, yeah. I'm definitely ain't going to Seneca. That ain't happening.
Oh, that's the worst.
That ain't happening.
Just to walk up to the baseball field is like over a mile.
Really?
And they're good too, aren't they?
They're pretty good. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well, listen, I'm gonna come to the game though. Man.
All right, we appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
So,
y'all got a snack stand, hot dog.
No.
And the snacks is?
No.
I tell you, got his dude out the back of the truck, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You can see Willie.
Willie got a snack.
You can see Willie before you walk up. Get yourself the snack and the drink.
Okay.
But nothing hot. Just something to snack
chips
on.
or whatever that.
But it's cheaper than you can get body armor for like $1.50.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. So you guys get a decent crowd out there, or sometimes.
I mean, this year, like I said, without playing Friday, it was disappointing because I know a lot of people were planning on coming out.
Okay.
But like I said, we got a lot more kids this year, and more acknowledgement, got it more on the social media piece of it. So
you might be fortunate because it was a little cold Friday though.
It was definitely cold.
It was a little nippy.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, good luck though, bro.
I appreciate that. Well, listen, with that said, anything else? We good?
Nothing else.
We'll update the score.
What's the score?
Yeah, update the score before we go.
It is
game of runs.
38-26. At the half? At the half.
Is it the half?
Oh, no. 2 minutes left.
Okay, so they got their goal cut it to 10 before the half.
What's game of runs? They got to figure out.
38-29.
I was going to say,
So now what? Down less than now. Down 9 now.
There it is. The momentum's actually swinging in Nova's favor.
Yeah. You excited, man?
like I said, I will root for Nova in this
Okay,
game,
good.
but
good.
because I don't like Bill Self, I don't
got
like
you.
Kansas.
Okay, I got you.
So
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, listen. Well, with that said, for Marcus Bullock, for Jason Bryce, I'm Randy Dutkin. Once again, appreciate you guys watching. Let's get it. As always, you can find us on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. Appreciate all the support, and we'll catch you next time.